Welcome back to Wealthwise Established 2025. Smash that like, hit subscribe, and notification bell to see things out like last minute. Haven't got a schedule yet. Welcome back. Right, so what did we talk about this week? We talked about the market week beginning. We talked about the midweek and how the midweek is likely to go. And now we're on Friday. Like I said, midweek reversal can happen on a Wednesday, a Thursday, and sometimes it can even be left until the Friday. Looking at Bitcoin at the moment, we are pretty much in what I call, well, these are officially called doji candles. That's what they're called in the books and how the traders see them. But I call them no man's land because they're either way. So this is the weekly chart. Either way, doesn't know which way it's going. But like I said, this is my plan A, which I believe is likely to do, over plan B, which is what I think is second likely to do. But either way, I've either got to retest up here, bring it back down and take its liquidity, or just come down, tap here, build some liquidity down here, and then work its way up, building liquidity up here. Now, quite frankly, this liquidity up here is quite big. There's a lot in that. Right, moving on from Bitcoin, because pretty much not telling us anything at the moment, but it's telling you this. I'll get Bitcoin up on this chart. That one. Right, so as you can see, this is a short I've been running for ages. This is what I would say it looks like your midweek reversal. This is where I think it was like it's going to be. They've done the midweek reversal. So it happened during the Asia session, into the UK session, consolidated up here the UK session, and just slight reclaim back down again for the US session. Get my words out. Why does this look like it's a little bit out of? Oh, okay, because this time on this is actually an hour behind UK time. So as you can see, the US is slightly pulling back, but that's okay because there's a little bit of uncertainty in the US. Asia market, UK market said, right, this is the big week reversal. It's not a huge reversal. Got to consolidate, and then the US is going to set the trap. That's how it always works. Now, it's hard to tell which way they're going to trap you. They could trap you into longs. They could trap you into shorts. Who knows? But it looks like they're looking to keep the shorts trapped, which is telling me that Bitcoin is still going to follow my plan A. What I do is make this clear because this was my plan A. I'm going to put it up here, plan A in the red, and plan B in yellow, so you know which is which. Okay, so to follow the plan A is where I think it's more likely to follow. This is how it's looking to me. So the weekend trap will be the trap short traders, which possibly means that they might start to push up a little bit at the beginning of next week as another fake move and then start bringing it down again. Because ultimately, they need to build more liquidity to take up this direction, but they need to take some money in order to build that liquidity up there as well. So I don't see them pushing up, scaring people a little bit, and then shove it up. That is what I think. They're going to take liquidity up here. They still want to come down, build liquidity up here, and push it all the way up. So let's see what they do. So that's Bitcoin there. Let's have a look at the trades I've been doing. This trade, SPX, has hit my second entry now for the longs. So now my long entry is down here. If you remember my video in the midweek, the long entry was here. Sitting around here. I closed my short middle of the week because it gave me three of these. 1, 2, 3. Pull back. I closed my short. And then I saw it close below the indicator again. So I reopened the short. Now I'm one entry into the short, and it already given me my halfway mark, 150%, half the margin. Happy days. This is how you trade. So far, my trading in the last 7 days, win rate is 100%. There's evidence of that. Check my Telegram group, link in the description below. 100% in the last 7 days. In 30 days, it's climbing. It was 92% beginning of this week. It's now just over 93% win rate. Only two trades been closed in 30 days that were in a tiny bit of red. They weren't really that bad, but mostly in profit. which is good in my opinion. This trading is definitely working. So if you want to follow it, it's not financial advice. You could lose your money. Just don't allow your fear and your greed and your FOMO and your to come into it. You need to get rid of that. Okay, just follow my educational video. And obviously, this indicator is a fantastic indicator you could only get from MWell. You've got to sign up to his stuff to be able to get that for free. If you were to get one that's slightly closer, I'll share with you now one that is slightly closer. I'll open up then. So let me there is one that is slightly closer. I'll find it for you. We had it here. I had it here. Is it this one? Nope, not that one. I need to. I can't remember what it was called now. I should have had this ready, really, shouldn't I? For what you're saying. Was here somewhere. Typical trend. That was the one I just clicked on, wasn't it? I will find it. Which one was it? Because I don't remember. I got rid of you. And it's slightly, pretty much, just about the same, to be honest. Slight differences. Where are you? Which one was it? No, it wasn't that one. I must have deleted it. Well, there's another one that you could use that is quite close to it. Ribbons for scalping 5 to 50-minute time frames, which is trade, travel, chill. This is a good one. It's the Annie ribbons. As you can see, it's very similar, very close to the indicator. You could use that the same. I like MWell's one a lot better, but there you go. To have the settings on this the same as mine, to have it as close as possible. Style, you just switch all of these ones off. You just have the MMA 40 and the MMA 100. The 40 I put as white, 100 I put as yellow. You can choose whatever colors you want. Switch everything off, but keep those ones on, and it's pretty much just as close to the MWell, and it's a free indicator, as you can see, pretty much spot on. Okay, so you could use that one instead. Annie's ribbons, TTC, which is one of the traders that I've learnt arts and crafts about this from. Fantastic trader. And I've put her trading, MWell, and Gareth Soloway together into one fantastic trading strategy. Right, so this is that one. SPX going well, thank you very much. Hype has got 2 entries still into the long, and now back to 1 entry into the shorts that took profits, re-entered the short, back in as a 1 entry. And that's how you do it. Rinse. Ever heard of it? There's a saying called rinse and repeat, doing the same thing. Now, I don't want to be trading 3 different cryptocurrencies. I had 4 going at one point. I don't want to do that anymore, so I stopped trading Nero, but that was there just to give you a bit of education, show you how to do this. But if you follow me every day, follow all my videos, follow my Telegram group, you will get it. So this is obviously having a pullback on hype. If this goes below here, then I'm not going to get my 3 greens. If it stops or closes above and then goes back up again and gives me another higher high, I've got my 3 greens in a row, then I will close the short, take all profits, and then wait for it to break below the indicator again, and I'll start again. But like I said, I don't want to keep trading too many at a time. It's going to be a mix between hype and SPX, which one I will stick with, because they've both got some decent volume going on. Uxlink, the Koreans love Uxlink. Obviously, still in the short on the 1 entry, and it's very, very slow coming down. Very, very slow. It's in my zone to long anyway. This is the zone area that I put in, if you watched my videos before, to build on the long. And my next entry, for 3rd entry for the long, is sitting at about 29 cents, 30 cents nearly. So that's still going as well. Hood finally showing some pullback. Here we go. Hasn't even hit my 3rd entry yet. And hasn't even hit overall resistance. So let's see how this goes. If it does come down, I'm looking at closing the trade around a $37 mark, because there is some gaps down here to fill, maybe a slight gap here, a very tiny gap here as well to fill. let's put that into the green. So there's another gap being left behind on the daily. So it should be finding its way down to that area. Silver's having a pullback, that's fine. I don't care. Silver I'm going to be holding for months and months on end, because this commodities, it's got to do with gold, palladium, the same thing. I'm going to hold this baby as far as it goes. China Automotive Systems, as per the market, it's going to have a slight little pullback. US 500 having a slight pullback at the moment, so we'll see what that does. If it comes down to here, stays above, then I probably will close my short, but ultimately I do see it coming down to this area here. I will close my short in this region. We'll see from the wick, maybe between here and there, probably most likely be where I will close it, and that will be at resistance. But you still got the channel. It could find its way back to the bottom of the channel. It might not. Doesn't really hit the bottoms of the channel as often as it stops short. So that's why I put the level here. Is where I'd like to take profits on the US 500 short. What else were we looking at? What else were we looking at? MSFT. I'm watching you, Microsoft. I'm watching you. It's staying above this resistance area. I'm looking at it to go to the top of the channel. So anywhere in here, I'd be looking to short it. The higher it goes, the better. I'll see how it reacts in this area, whether I take the short earlier or not. Ultimately, I'm waiting for it to hit the top of the channel. So that's one to look out for on good old Microsoft. Nvidia is in my area to short. Slight pullback. I would love to pretty much get it up here, but it looks like it's coming down with the weekend trend. I will still keep an eye on this. It is in my area to short already, which is this area here. I'm not taking it yet. I will decide weekend how this goes, because it's the weekly chart. Have a look at the daily. How we're looking at the daily might change my mind. This is the daily chart. See all these gaps here. Oh, juicy gaps to fill. So it's kind of losing momentum a little bit. Where is my volume? What? I don't know why it's not doing it. Well, looking at the daily. So it's tailing off a little bit. As you can see here, Okay, right. Sorry about that. Had a bit of an internet glitch. Don't know how long I was away for. I don't even have a clue. What was the last thing you heard from me? So I'm gonna just go back a little bit further. If you could tell me in the comments, that would be great. So Microsoft, I am watching you. Maybe I said this already. I have no idea. So yeah, watching Microsoft. I want to short this in this area here. So it's got above resistance. Could be turning this into support. I'm looking at taking the short trade from up here. Nvidia, I was talking about Nvidia. I don't know if you heard me talk about Nvidia. Again, this is in my area to short. Ultimately, I would like it to go a little bit higher. So I think it has the potential to do. I'm going to keep an eye on this around Monday. If it does break below this and stay below, then yes, I will short it. I'll be happily chase that trade if it goes a bit away from me. It's got these juicy, nice gaps here to fill on its way down. Nvidia. So I was looking at MTLP, which is Meta Planet, when I think the internet decided to die on me. Lots of gaps down here, lots of gaps. Hasn't quite closed this gap above here. This is where I was waiting for it to go. It's not in my zone yet. I'm not planning to short it at this moment, so I'm going to watch it, wait for it to come up and close into this level here. This is an hourly gap, I believe it was, if I remember correctly. That's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for it to hit there and be pretty happy with that. What's happening in the USD Japanese? It started to move up a little bit. That would be a nice long trade, to be fair. The US dollar against the Japanese yen. It's looking like one. Great British Pound against the US dollar. Oh, it's closed below the indicator. Interesting. Do you know, this could be a nice short here. Do you know, I might take this short. What's going on with the Dixie then? It's the dollar index started to come back up again. Look at that, see? That means people are selling, most likely. Selling. Where were you? There you are. Great British Pound against the US dollar. That would be a nice short. So it hasn't quite found its way back up. That means the pound has been quite strong against the US dollar. Might be pulling back and the dollar might be rising. So the dollar itself is bottomed a little bit, which means this is probably more likely to come back down again. Interesting. Keep an eye on that. Could be a nice short trade. It closed below the indicator here. Keep an eye on that one. The euro against the US dollar. Still up. That's still up. Do we have anything else to look at? What else should we look at? That was it, really. So this one I'm waiting for to fill this gap here before I take any shorts. Showed you all the other trades I've got going on. Let's now look at the news. So, like I said, the news is a load of bollocks. The more I show you the news and how the markets are moving, the more you'll understand how the news doesn't really move the market in the way that the news supposedly does all the time. They're very, very clever. Very, very clever. Oh, come on. Really? Okay. CoinDesk. CoinDesk. So what do we have here? So why Pro Israel Group's $90 million crypto hack could be a hammer blow for Iran's regime. See, that could be like a bearish news or not an excuse to go bearish, which is pretty much what the US 500 is kind of doing on the daily. Slight pullback now. Yeah. What else do we have? Look at the little news. Neo Protocol surges 5% as buyers dominate amid Middle East tensions. You know what that means? It's going to be a bit of FOMO into Neo for a little bit. That'll be nice. XRP test key support as traders watch for breakout signal. And I'm going to keep watching. Sorry. Solana slips below $144. Even as Solana Strategies eyes NASDAQ to deepen its bets. It's got to use NASDAQ. Of course they are. These ETFs can make them a lot of money for the chain itself and the chain owners. Who's selling Bitcoin above 100k, holding back the price rally? Well, that's called the market makers, people. That's what they're called, the market makers. Financial Times ago, you can use Oaktree code calls to foreign investors. That would be nice. Brussels proposes revamp of controversial securitizations. European Commission suggests cutting minimum risk weights after. Oh, we had this the other day. Boring. US exceptionalism in markets is diminished but far from dead. Yeah, of course it is. So the big people are they're the ones that are making all the pretty much. No. No one else. You got a load. Thank you very much for loading. Right, so this is the trade still open. That I'm telling the truth. There's Robinhood starting to come down. Thankfully, notice. Load, please load. Internet's been really bad this afternoon. It's probably a bad time to do a video. Refresh the page. It was all working fine until the internet decided to blow up on me and interrupt my video. I have one viewer. Thank you very much for watching. Appreciate all of you. Wait, there we go. So here we go. As you can see, the hype short 106 minutes, hype long down 139% in profit. Do I care? No. SPX again. Do I care? No. SPX short 247. Can you wait, please? SPX is done that one. Link 188% down on the long. Do I care? No, because I will be chasing that. Link short 256% in profit, and the Bitcoin long. Bitcoin